Hi everyone, my name is Madeline Bennett and I will be responding to Adam Balch's video, I hope I said that right, on the assassination of General Soleimani and whether or not this was a positive for national security in the Middle East. So Adam argued that this was a positive for national security in the Middle East and for the US. And so he started his video just giving a brief overview of Soleimani and who he was, basically his role in the military, his death. He was obviously killed in an airstrike by the United States. He said he was, quote, well liked in Iran, but overall a horrible person. And that he was the driving factor of many U.S. deaths and many attacks and strikes in the Middle East. He did state that he didn't think that this would do much good for U.S.-Iranian relations, which is pretty obvious. They were not happy when this happened, still aren't. And I agree with that. But then he argued that this was a positive for national security, mostly based on past acts that Soleimani had been involved in planning and sort of where he was going in the future in terms of attacks on Israel and potential relations and whatnot. So my main rebuttal to this is not based on the premise. You know, I agree that Soleimani committed many atrocities, that he probably was not a very great person, although along those lines I think you could describe a lot of people even in the American government as well liked but overall horrible people. So there's that. But my main dispute comes from the premise that Soleimani's death does anything to stop Iran's plans within the Middle East or towards the United States. You know, yes, he was sort of the mastermind, if you will, behind a lot of Iran's military strategy, but this is probably likely to still continue even after his death. One man is, while he is sort of the mastermind of the strategy, is not the driving force of the strategy, and once it's implemented, it's very easy to continue even after that person is gone. And so I don't think that killing him is really likely to stop anything, and thus is probably only likely to be bad for national security in the Middle East because it's likely to just destabilize things even further. And on top of that, in more general terms, there is the whole dispute over whether or not, you know, the assassination of General Soleimani was a war crime committed by the United States. A lot of people think that it was. You know, we're not at war, and it sets a really bad precedent to just be going around and assassinating people because they are making plans or, you know, preemptive assassinations. It would be like if someone came and assassinated Pompeo, you know, here today, and that probably would be very frowned upon. We probably would not be very happy about it. And so setting that precedent that, you know, outside of war, it is acceptable to just assassinate political and military figures is probably very bad for national security everywhere, not just in the Middle East. And so that was sort of my main disagreement with Adam's argument. You know, I don't disagree that he had a lot of horrible plans, but also I think that it was probably worse to assassinate him, and it probably does not accomplish much. I think a lot of people agree that a lot of the plans that he had put in place or strategies that he had put in place are very likely to continue even now that he's dead. And so it probably does not accomplish everything that Adam was thinking it would. So thank you for watching.